Just gonna stand there, not gonna do nothing, say nothing.
Stand there? How am I standing if I'm sitting down?
From the screens to all up in your sound waves, you are now tuned into a brand new conversation here on the People's Princess Podcast, hosted by me, Amaya Kai, which is the only home for those intimate and intentional conversations designed to make you feel like royalty. First of all, happy New Year. And for anybody who is a college student like myself, happy first day, first week, or whatever week it may be for you of the spring semester. Man, I can't believe I'm about to be a junior next year. Like, that's crazy. But overall, whatever you feel like you didn't do this semester, make sure to give yourself some grace and try again this year because it's 2025, like I said. But that's not the point. I just want to give you guys, first starting off, a special thank you for making this first year of People's Princess an amazing year. We actually ended off with a little bit over 200 plays, which I want to say thank y'all for that in 7 countries. So, but no, I'm seriously grateful for each and every one of you all from all across the world. But also, most importantly, that you all chose People's Princess, and that is truly a blessing. And to start off this new year, y'all know it's time to make them resolutions, right? And everybody wants to have that cute little luxury little lifestyle that is very popular. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about one of the most popular trends that has been happening since around the time of COVID. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am officially discussing this topic in the newly titled episode, Death to the Soft Life? ? Where we will be exploring the topic and, of course, the question, should we retire the soft lifestyle or should we fix it? And for those who may not know exactly what soft lifestyle is, I decided to go into a little bit of more of a research. And just to give you guys more of a context, it's kind of like more of a social media trend where it emphasizes on the ideas of luxury, ease, and, of course, a lifestyle that does not include stress. How does that sound? Sounds appealing. Sounds enchanting, right? Well, according to Urban Dictionary, it reads as follows. A life free of stress or worry without hard work or sacrifice. And another fun fact, it originally began in Nigeria. Y'all know what's crazy? This is literally a movement born from such rich culture and identity that was found in Black women. Black women finding the soft life? Another hand clap for Black women. However, now, y'all might get me, and it might be a little controversial, but as appealing the soft life may sound, there's something about it that doesn't fully ring all of the check marks on the check boxes. And I'm not against the idea of peace, nor am I against the idea of luxury, because everyone deserves it. Everyone deserves to have a life where they're able to relax, not stress about anything. But, especially as a Black woman, there's always going to be a cost. What costs you may be talking about? Let's see. It's always going to be financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. All in all, this picture perfect lifestyle that has been advertised to us since COVID had some strings attached to it. So, what did I do? As a biology major, I know y'all thinking, how can you add science to this? I didn't. All I did was actually ask my viewers on my main personal page on Instagram, and if you don't know it already, it's d.amayakai, and I asked the simple question, should we get rid of the soft lifestyle or fix it? And y'all, these results are insane. Mind you, I'm thinking it was going to be half and half. I'm going to let y'all see it for yourselves. So 27% said let's get rid of it, whereas 73% said I need to live that life. I'm gonna just zoom in for a second. Do y'all see the results? We need a moment of silence for that. Moment of silence over. So, let's paint a picture, right? This soft lifestyle that everybody has been looking forward to promises ease, no stress, and of course, as stated previously, no hard work. But does it really fully prepare you for a reality that will always bring you some type of challenge? Let's face it, life ain't always easy. Even though sometimes we may want to live in a fantasy, we're always having to be pushed back into reality for the reason being that A, we have to pay a bill, or we have to pay tuition, we have a exam the next morning, or even you just got an F on that test and you're trying to, ease your mind of it, which is cool, but at the same time, you still got an F. Let that sink in. You're trying to live a life that eliminates hard work, yet you're not willing to do the self-work in order to exactly get into a lifestyle that will truly promote a healthy balance in between that. And I know y'all not going to want to hear this. It also does come from a spiritual standpoint. Sometimes God places us in the wilderness seasons to teach us exactly not only how to lean on Him, but to meet Him halfway. Because if we're not allowing Him to prepare us for what's next, and also most importantly, letting Him have His way in our life, it's not aligned with God. It's really not. And I know even in this economy right now with the recession, money's tight. I'm looking at you, U.S. government. But am I not being real? Everything that this lifestyle is advertising is luxury this, luxury that. Yet at the same time, we're not exactly addressing the real problem. We are not exactly understanding how to not only budget, save, or even have ding 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 an emergency fund. Don't know what that is? Let's look that up while we're here. And a lot of people may not understand finances actually comes into play into a lot of these lifestyles, because if we're not able to fund those lifestyles, then how will you live? You trying to go live with a man that says, oh, I'm gonna go pay the bills, I'm gonna do this for you, yet at the same time they're probably in debt. They haven't paid off their credit card bill, and they trying to go on Credit Karma trying to fix their credit score, get the credit score at 0. You trying to live with a man that promised you all these things, yet at the same time he can't lift you up. Yet, I'm here to encourage y'all. Soft life doesn't always have to deal with a man. Sometimes it has to do with you. And let's face it, sometimes when you live these lifestyles, we're not willing to do the self-work because we always want the life that we live to do the work for us. And especially as a young girl myself, especially in college, when I know money is tight and I know I want something new, something in my head always says save. Because you never know. Maybe that thing that you want might come up at a later date. And maybe that lifestyle that you want to have will come, but you have to wait until you're officially established. Make sense? I hope so. But to go back to the emergency fund situation, emergency funds are basically the idea of where, for just in case you have just a rainy day or family emergencies, you need some type of money to be able to save up and also, most importantly, get yourself out of trouble, because not everybody is dependable. So sometimes you got to depend on yourself and the money that you have so that you're able to get out of it. And although the soft life does not teach us about financial literacy, let's face it, again, it skips straight to the spending part. We always just say, just throw it in the bag. Let's just put it in the cart. But where that money at? Who you getting the money from? I'm gonna let y'all answer that for me. You done? But with me being your host, I'm here to tell you the truth, but also tell it to you lovingly and trust me. I'm here to let you know things can actually spiral in that moment. So what I decided to do was do a little bit more of some research to see how exactly we can approach life with intention and balance, without falling for the glamorized ideas that the world may bring us. So, we first have be intentional with your time, which means to don't let your ideas or your day slip away. You have 24 hours in a day. Do something with it. You want to go out to eat. You want to go to sleep. You need to do your homework. Use not only your time wisely, but make sure to spend your time wisely with those who love you. Make sure to spend time with God, but also make sure to spend time with the things that truly matter. Because a lot of these things will not only pass away, but also most importantly, they might not matter in the future wherever you're going. Next is practice gratitude. Gratitude is, of course, one of the biggest things that, let's face it, even myself can say it. We are truly lacking gratitude because it can get kind of difficult to understand where and how to be grateful for things, because we always tend to receive blessings, gifts, and so much more, yet we don't truly thank God in the midst of it because we're always celebrating those blessings, but we're not celebrating the process nor the life in the season that God places us in to truly understand and soak in the moments that He's learning for us to have. 3 is say no without guilt. I need y'all to do this in 2025 for me. Spell it with me. N-O. No. I have not been saying this word for a long time because I'm the type of person where I always love to say yes to everything because I don't want to let anybody down. But at the same time, what God is trying to tell me in this season, and of course in this year, is it's okay to say no. In the words of my friend Chrissy, it's okay to say no. Heck, even your pockets can say no. Even your homework can say no. Just say it. It's not that hard. Of course, create a sacred space. Not only is your time is energy, the spaces that you are in has energy. So make sure that you not only pray, but ask for discernment for every place that you are in, and make sure that the spaces that you enter are truly for you. And if not, that's okay. Just ask God, and if He wants you to make your own space, go ahead and do that. Next is, of course, one of my favorite parts, invest in your future. And actually do it. It's not that hard. You can save a couple $100 from your job. You ain't gotta spend it that fast. It's simple, guys. Last and certainly not the least is trust God's timing. Life isn't always going to be smooth, nor is life always going to be your favorite part. However, when you do live life, do it with God and let Him take control. Because when we try to control our own lives, it won't work. And you're going to end up digging a deeper hole. I don't know if y'all seen Alice in Wonderland before, but y'all remember when she was walking away from that party she was at and she literally fell down a rabbit hole? Just think of it like that. When you start digging a hole for yourself and you kind of start losing control, everything will start to fall and you'll start going to fall down into a deep rabbit hole or even a bottomless pit. And sometimes it may be hard to get out of, but I'm here to encourage you and most importantly let you know that at the end of the day, those holes don't last forever. Say it with me, guys. Those holes don't last forever. That should actually go on a shirt. But no, seriously, please just make sure to trust God's timing. So if anybody has missed those steps, I will gladly repeat it again. 1, be intentional with your time. 2, practice gratitude. 3, say no without guilt. 4, create a sacred space. 5, invest in your future. And 6, trust in God's timing. For me to be sitting on this topic since 2024 and doing so much research, I've realized that it's very satisfying to finally share kind of like my views, but also other people's views on what exactly it may mean to live a soft life, but also how to have balance in life. Because let's face it, life can get tough. Life can get difficult. Life can be draining one way or another. I've been there before. As a college student, out of state, matter of fact, I get it. But no worries. What I will say is to always trust God in everything And don't let the world tempt you, because one key of advice, not every lifestyle that is advertised to you is meant for you to live. Every season that everybody is going through, every blessing that somebody receives may not be for you, and that's okay. But what is okay is realizing that where you are is 100% perfect. But what you do deserve is peace, love, serenity, and of course, you deserve everything that you've been waiting for, asking God for, and praying for. But make sure to let everything come from God and not from man, because man can actually disappoint you. And it can either be that man, and if a man is listening, that woman can disappoint you, because they can't offer you everything that you want. They can't offer you a Birkin for real, because what if they bought the Birkin off the street? What if they bought you a fake Lambo? What if they bought you a car with a flipped sign on it? You don't know these things. But I'm being real though, right? I am, because a lot of these people can try to advertise these things to you, yet they don't fully tell you or even give you let's go into a contracting, right? Let's just say you're given something and it says, I can give you all of these things, but you're not reading everything. So you just sign it away like, I'm about to give me a new car, I'm about to give me a new purse, whatever the case may be. Yet at the same time, it's not what you think. Same thing with the soft lifestyle and with any lifestyle in general. You may want to have it, but at the same time, it may not be for you. Everybody loves to say, oh, the soft life is for you. The soft life is for you. Yeah, that may be true, but not everything that a lifestyle may offer you has to be for you in the place that you are in. So you have to be able to not only do the work, but willingly fix the cracks in your life that you may feel like are breaking you down, and replace it with something that may fix it. So, with today's conversation, I know it might have been a lot of not only content, but just some things to hear from me, and of course, the surprising poll results. It was very important to have this conversation, and most importantly, understanding it is okay to not participate in every lifestyle that the world may offer you. But even as a college student now, it can get difficult. But I am here to encourage you, have fun, but be wise while doing it. Dang, that was good. I should really be a preacher. Wait, no, I shouldn't. But no, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. It has truly been an honor welcoming 2025 with you all. And of course, being with you all in this virtual palace. I hope to see you all again soon. And if you are not following the podcast on all streaming platforms, go ahead and do that. We are on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, Spotify, YouTube, just to name a few. And of course, please make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at People's Princess Podcast. And we just made a Twitter, and it is P3_Princess Pod. And also follow me on my personal socials at D.AmayaKai, except TikTok, because y'all, TikTok's gonna go. Moment of silence for TikTok, y'all. Okay, moment of silence over. But no, seriously. Thank you all so much for listening, and most importantly, giving any type of feedback, support, whatever the case may be. I truly appreciate you all. And if you or a loved one is suffering from anything, please make sure to call this number, 988, and that is mental health hotline for all things mental health, whatever the case may be. If you do not have a relationship with God, I suggest you have one. And most importantly, choose the lifestyle that you want, but make sure that God is leading your life. Until then, I am your host, Amaya Kai, the host of the People's Princess Podcast, the only home for those intimate and intentional conversations designed to make you feel like royalty. And most importantly, shout out to the cameraman behind me, Chris of Cottonhead Productions, who also gave me a new mic because y'all been complaining about sound. You know who I'm looking at, but just saying, thank you guys so much for joining me today at the Palace, and who knows who'll be back here. But also make sure to leave a review, and most importantly, rate us and give us any type of things that you would like to see on the show. We would love to hear it. Or if you want to be a part of the show, be sure to follow us again on all social media platforms at People's Princess Podcast, and for Twitter, P3_Princess Pod, to ensure that we are able to see it. And of course, please use the People's Princess Hotline for anything that you may need help from outside of hours. Until then, bye!